Welcome back to Hockey Talks. I'm Carl. That is Dave. Tonight, well, you know what we're going to get into. We're going to get into some hockey talk here. That is what we do. So let's start it off. Thatcher Demko back in the lineup.
Back in action.
Finally back into the lineup.
Yeah.
It was good to see. As a Canucks fan, I cannot be happier. Although we've had good goaltending and stuff like that for the most part. So
You guys are playing pretty good, right?
we're playing pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're playing pretty good. We're in a playoff spot right now, so that's all right. Yeah, that's good. But
What if they start losing games?
that I don't know.
Because that's what a lot of people are saying about the Leafs with Matthews. It's like, well, they seem to be doing fine without him, but when he comes back, they start losing.
Have they not won anything since?
Well, they've won, it depends on who you ask. They've won a lot, and Matthews has contributed, but they have won or lost the past 2 or 3 games here. So it makes me wonder what Demko, if he's going to bring anything to the team that's going to help them actually overcome a lot more.
Yeah. Well,
games.
we'll see how he recovers after his knee surgeries and all that stuff, right? And he was injured at the end of last year. He was out for probably a month and a half, and then he came back for the last couple of weeks of the season, and he got re-injured again in the first round, the second game in the first round of the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
And he's been out ever since. It's been a knee injury that he's been trying to deal with, and thought it was better, and then re-injured it, and he's been across the country getting all sorts of
Stuff done to his knee.
And now he feels like he's ready to return here against the St. Louis Blues. So we'll see what his debut does for the Vancouver Canucks. But it's a good sight to see that he's back. Canucks could definitely use him as long as he's back to his old self.
Once he gets up to it, yeah, absolutely.
Once he gets back into, it might take a couple of games or whatever to get back into the swing of things, but yeah, it's definitely a good thing to see that he's finally back into the lineup.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll see what if it's a net positive effect here in the near term.
Yeah.
But definitely long term, that's the kind of goaltender you'd like to bring into the playoffs and push forward. So they're already sitting well for that, right?
They are.
They're already high up there.
Yeah.
So
you know what? They've got some great goaltending here in the last few months. So
absolutely.
That Demko was out. So yeah, we'll see if that can continue and help if the guys play a little bit better in front of them, but because I don't think it was much of a goaltending issue. I don't think in the last little bit. Right?
Yeah. Well, plus when a player like that comes back, it brings a little more momentum and ups your morale for a short time, anyways.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Yeah. It's well, I mean, you can't have much of a worse last 10 games than the New York Rangers, though. You know, could you imagine being as bad as them?
Yeah, so, they have not been playing good at all.
No.
Not been playing good at all.
So that leads me to a question. Yeah, what is the New York Rangers' last 10 games as of today? The record.
The record?
Yeah.
I would say probably 8-2-1.
2-8.
2
or 2 wins.
Oh, that's what I meant. I got them reversed.
So
not 8-2-1.
But you said 8-2-1. That's 11.
yeah. That is 11. There we go.
Yeah. So 2 wins and 8 losses. So what if Demko were to come back and have a record like that?
Well, I don't know.
Would you play your other goalie? Maybe he's not healed up.
You know what? See, the thing is, you have to give him a little bit of time.
Yeah.
To come back into it. Because he's been out for a long time. Yeah. Pretty much since, I guess, May, pretty much. And he only played a handful
May of
games.
2023? Or, no, May of this year?
May of this year.
Yeah, so it's been 4 months. 5 months. 6 months.
But before that, he only played a couple of games before that, and he's really been out since February, I think. So it would take a while to get him back into the swing of things, right? I'm sure he's been skating with the team, but you get in the actual game, it's a whole lot different. Yeah. So it might take him a few games to get back into it, but I think he'll be fine. As long as his knee holds up and it's good, actually good, then I think it's going to be. And it'll boost the team seeing their starting goaltender back in action, right? Yeah. After all he's been through and stuff like that. So it's a positive, I think. It's a positive for sure.
For sure.
So
I wonder if you can blame goaltending for New York Rangers issues.
See, Shesterkin, he's a fantastic goalie. He's a fantastic
Yeah.
goalie, right? So him.
So that's not it.
I don't know. There's a whole lot of stuff going down with the Rangers right now.
Is there?
A whole lot of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Including the Jacob Trouba trade that just happened earlier this week.
Yeah.
He got traded to the Anaheim Ducks for a defenseman Euro. Okay, let me see if I can actually say his name. Euro Vakinuin?
Nailed it.
Well, it's the best it's going to get. They traded him for Euro Vakinuin and 2025 fourth round pick. That's coming back to the Rangers. So they got rid of their captain.
Mm-hmm.
And with all that money that they got, don't have to pay him anymore. They just went off and signed Igor Shesterkin to an 8-year, $92 million deal. Now, he is the highest paid goaltender in the National Hockey League right now. So that sets a huge bar for other goaltenders coming up, right? Even just other players. But I mean, for a goaltender making $92 million is a lot.
Yeah.
You've never seen that before. So he got
it's almost like
big.
$11.5 million a year, I think, or $12 million.
He nailed it, yeah. $11.5 million a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's a big, big pay. They invested a lot into Igor. And he is a great goaltender, right? Like you said with the Rangers.
It's a lot of money, though.
It's a lot of money to be tied up, right?
You could put elsewhere.
A lot of money to be tied up. And they have not been playing well. I don't think it was due to their captain. Jacob Trouba, just to get back onto that for a little bit, there were some mixed reviews on how it was handled, right?
Yeah.
Because he had a no move clause in his contract, right? Mm-hmm. And then they kind of wiggled that down for him to say, okay, well, there's a couple of teams, maybe, that he would go to.
Yeah.
But then he kept denying. So they said, okay, look, pretty much what happened is they were like, okay, look, you're either going to get traded to a team like Anaheim,
mm-hmm.
or the other option was their Columbus Blue Jackets. And he didn't want to go there, right? Didn't want to go there. He's like, okay, so if you don't want to go here, either that or we're going to put you on waivers.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much, if he didn't say yes to this trade, he's going to get tossed on the waivers.
Yeah.
And probably be picked up by the Columbus Blue Jackets anyways. So the issue that people had with this is they think that they did Jacob Trouba dirty. And they didn't play fair, essentially, right? Instead, they found loopholes to try to get him and pretty much pushed him out the door and forced him.
Well, why do you think they want him out so bad?
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure, honestly. I don't know why they want Jacob Trouba out. I mean, maybe it's
I think he's like a toxic person or something?
Could be. There could be something in the room, right? I don't know. But, yeah, they pretty much nulled the no trade clause by threatening him that they were going to put him on waivers then.
Yeah.
And then that would complete the thing. So he thinks that it could have been handled a lot better. I think it's just you sign up for this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You're getting paid handsomely for it.
You're getting paid handsomely for it.
Yeah.
So the fact that you can't, for me, I don't think you can complain if you're going to get traded, you're going to get traded. You have a no move clause. Well, they wanted to move you, right? You weren't playing fair. And it's a business. So they're going to find ways to do that.
Business
right?
you. Yeah.
Business you, sure. So I don't think I had a problem with the way they handled it. But other people say, yeah, they shouldn't have done that. They threw him under the bus. They pretty much changed his whole contract, didn't give him a choice, and sent him out anyway.
Yeah.
I say it's a game of hockey.
Yeah. It's the business end of it for sure. It's kind of weird to see. There's two different, I guess, areas that you can look into it, right? One from a player's perspective and the other from a business perspective. And both of them wouldn't exist if they didn't have each other. Yeah, right? That's true. So it's unfortunate to see. But it makes you wonder, why are they wanting to get rid of him so badly that they even go and do all that stuff in the first place?
Yeah, I've never actually seen that happen before.
What do they want? What do they want the extra cap space for? You know,
to sign Shesterkin, I guess.
Yeah,
they use all that money to sign him, right?
But how are you going to fill
enough cap space before that?
How are you going to fill his boots, though? You know?
Yeah.
Who else is going to do that?
Step up.
That position?
I've only got a few guys, but
yeah,
it's just I don't know. There had to have been something in that locker room that he wasn't clashing well with the team, right?
Yeah.
So that had to be, or either that, or that they figured that was the best option and freed up enough money to pay their goaltender, which they really, really want, apparently. So, and he is a great goaltender. So I think, but the price, that's a pretty high amount for a goaltender, right?
It seems like it, yeah.
If you deserve it, you deserve it. But yeah, we'll see where they go from there. They're not playing very well, and they haven't made any acquisitions in to help them.
Mm-hmm.
They still have the same team, except minus their captain.
Yeah.
So
and that negative. Yeah.
We will see where this goes, but maybe that will spark the team and hopefully change it into the other direction.
Yeah, if he's if he's a toxic person, then that'll definitely put a little bit more morale back in the team.
Yeah.
You kind of get rid of that one guy that nobody likes.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah, it'll change the.
Just surprises me why they'd be okay with sending them to either Anaheim or Columbus. You know?
Yeah.
And none other, you know.
Well, I'm not too sure. Maybe he had no other team that he wanted to go to. Well, he didn't want to go to those teams anyways.
Yeah, so it's
they
like,
forced his hand.
Why would they be okay with doing it?
Maybe they figured it was the best deal, and it's a Western team, so it's not going to affect their division or anything like that, right? So he'll be out of the division, but I don't know. It's some questions there, but the Rangers have been in a lot of news. There's some more news involving them with the trade rumors that were around, evolving around Brady Tkachuk from the Ottawa Senators.
Okay.
So apparently, the owner of the Ottawa Senators, Michael Odler, I can't say that name either, isn't very happy and claims that the Rangers were soft tampering. Those are the words he used. Mm-hmm. Soft tampering with Brady Tkachuk. And the reports the Rangers never said anything. Never said a word. The reports came from a New York Post reporter, Larry Brooks, who reported that, the Rangers are interested in Brady Tkachuk. And that sparked the whole thing. Okay, well, you've been talking to my guy, and you're not allowed to do that. And Gary Bettman has very specific rules saying no tampering at all.
So is soft tampering the idea of using the media? Or what is soft tampering?
The idea of soft tampering, I'm not 100% sure exactly what that means. It's like very lightly talking to him.
Is it like using a messenger boy so you're not talking to him directly, but you're using somebody else to?
Sending him a text.
Yeah, using the birds.
Sending somebody else to talk to him. But I don't know. Apparently he was
sending a text.
He was not thrilled that they were talking to him. And Brady Tkachuk came on later and said that, well, no, he's a member of the Ottawa Senators and he wanted to be here. But I don't know. I think that the reporters don't generally say something if it's not there, right?
In the rest of the world, they do, but in hockey, it seems like there's just too quick of a way to find out.
They don't make stuff up. Well, they could.
But they don't make they could put it differently though. They could mess with the context of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all he said was they had interest in Brady Tkachuk, but the owner never heard anything about it until the reporter said it. So that got everything stirred up.
But that could be the soft tampering right there.
But that could be the soft tampering. So obviously, Larry Brooks must have heard something. Larry reported it. Okay. Larry just causing all sorts of problems between
conundrum.
Yeah, but the owner of the Sens went down to Florida. They had a meeting and they brought it up with Gary Bettman, and all he said was, he doesn't condone any tampering in the NHL, and there will be penalties if there is, but that's all he said. I don't think they're going to do anything. They have no proof of anything actually happening.
Exactly.
Besides coming from a reporter that said they were just interested, maybe keen on the forward, but...
Well, Gary never said nothing about soft tampering. So.
He said any tampering of any sort is actually what he said today.
Is soft tampering any tampering? That's the question.
I don't know exactly what soft tempering involved, but yeah, that's kind of where they stand right now. So there's a lot of stuff going on with the New York Rangers. None of it really good. So they got to try to find their ways.
None of it good, but all of it's going to fix whatever they're going through right now.
Maybe. Maybe the reason why they actually got rid of Jacob Trouba was to get Brady Tkachuk.
Yeah.
Or attempt to get Brady Tkachuk.
That's kind of what I was alluding to.
Yes. Tkachuk has 2 years left on his deal.
Okay.
So he's locked in.
So he wouldn't be,
He's not a free agent for another couple of years anyways.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
So what are they going to do now? Yeah. Because they didn't take all of Trouba's salary cap and put that to Shesterkin or whatever.
I don't think all of it. No.
How do you say his name?
Shesterkin?
Shesterkin. There you go.
Igor Shesterkin.
Igor.
Yeah. Ooh. Igor. Yeah.
Frankenstein. Yeah. But like all of it, that's like a lot. So.
It is, yeah.
Because then previously he would have been making 3, or what was he making?
Well, off the top of my head, I'm not sure.
Oh, Trouba.
Trouba, yeah. I'm not too sure. I didn't actually write that down. I probably should have.
Like, probably, got to at least be like, $2 million.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. It's probably like 6.
I think the Anaheim Ducks were covering a majority of. He only had a couple of years left in his contract.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't. They paid most of it to him already, but they saved money, so they used whatever was left to sign Igor.
Huh.
Freed up some cap space, which is a big thing, right? So
well, they have ideas, I guess.
Well, yeah, we'll see if that actually comes.
See, part of me thinks that they're good for sending him to Anaheim or Columbus, either because those two teams jive with his personality, if it's a special personality, right? Or you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Something's coming down the line that
could be
the managers or whatever kind of talk behind the scenes about.
Yeah. Well, they did get a 2025 fourth round pick out of it as well. So there's that, I guess. From
Anaheim, right?
From Anaheim,
yeah.
Yes, from Anaheim. So
I wonder if they got their eyes on somebody then already. Could
be, yeah. Could be a fourth rounder. I mean, it's a little ways down in the list.
Pretty much throwing your season out.
Yeah, well, they're still very much into it.
Yeah.
So they, like you said, they're not in a 8-game losing streak.
Well, no, last 10 they lost 8. Yeah.
Last 10 they lost 8. So they're not doing good. Trying to change things up. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure what their plan is here, but they're doing something.
Yeah.
They're moving stuff around. Well, we'll see what all goes down here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's.
If it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah.
And if it's broken, keep your goalie.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, Kreider apparently just came out from the Rangers. Reported that he denied going to the Canucks.
Oh.
Apparently. Yeah, this was something I just heard they were looking at maybe shipping Kreider to the Canucks, and then he said no. So he must be on a no move clause as well. Something like that. So. But Rangers are a hot mess right now.
Little jailbirds. Can't
go
anywhere.
Are trying to stir stuff up. We'll see how the Vancouver Canucks do tonight. Oilers are still struggling to find consecutive wins. They're coming back a little bit, but once again, I'm pretty sure their goaltending has something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Stuart Skinner is
with the poke.
he's still don't think he's that goaltender.
No,
still don't think he's that. He has hot flashes, but no. A lot of trouble in the NHL.
Yeah,
a lot of positives coming in the NHL. Do you see Tom Wilson as well?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wow,
hit with a puck.
The side of his face was
in his head.
Yeah. That if anybody hasn't seen that picture, take a look at it.
Yeah.
He went and finished the game and scored 2 goals, including a game winner that other night. So Washington Capitals are on a tear.
Yeah.
For somehow they keep finding ways to win.
But we'll see what happens. Ovechkin's going to come back.
Yeah.
He will.
He's skating
and Gretzky had an interview, and he actually mentioned it's like, yeah, it's all fun and games approaching that limit or that record. But the closer you get, the more nervous you're going to get, and the more kind of scared you're going to get because, as you get older, you're more likely to get injured. So, he's so close, but as he gets closer and closer, the nerves will Well, theoretically you get to him, but maybe he has a little too many beers before the game to allow that to happen.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he was already on the ice skating, which is surprisingly already. So he might be back sooner than we think.
Yeah.
But we'll keep a close watch on that, as well as a dumpster fire in New York.
Yes.
But thanks again for joining us, because that is all the time we have for tonight. So we will see you next time.
Okay, bye.